Hello. Hi. How's it going? Today is January 8th. Thursday, January 8th. 2026. 2026. Holy moly. Never thought I would make it this far. Here we are. Wow. Wow. Another year. Another notch on the belt. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for coming. Thank you for a great 2025. Really appreciate it. I know I said this before, but just wanted to reiterate. But yeah, so far, this year's been going well. So far, 2026 is pretty good. I have a video coming out tomorrow for the S3 1200 build, which is great. How would I describe it? Well, what did I write in the thumbnail? What did I write in the thumbnail of the video? Let's see here. I wrote, let's see, wave in RAM. That's what I wrote, wave in RAM. Meaning the wave file is stored in RAM of the ESP32. And we do play it back without hooking up an SD card. So that gives you a little taste of what's to come. Very excited that I got that working. I was sweating a little bit, not gonna lie. Because I think I mentioned this in the Patreon post that, I had a very relaxing holiday. It was great. It was really great. Got to spend lots of time with the kids, with the wife, with my family. It was fantastic. Very relaxing. It was great. Just great overall. I got this fancy schmancy. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? Yeah. How's it going? Hope you had a great holiday. Hope beautiful Morocco was beautiful. Hope you had a great time. I really do. Hope you had a great time. Hope you got to relax. Hope you got some sunshine. All that kind of stuff. I was just saying that I got these coveralls for Christmas. Some coveralls. Because I realized that I need something that's like signals to my brain that I'm working, so I stay on task. It's quite difficult working from home sometimes, because especially when you're working for yourself and working from home, you really gotta dial yourself in, right? To stay on task. Not that I don't get a lot done, but I just feel like I could get more done. So that's why I got work clothes now. I got work clothes. That's awesome. Glad to hear the vacation was great. Hope you also had a great holiday as well. Got to see your family, your loved ones, whatever, friends, blah, 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 blah. Hope it was good. Hope it was great. The live stream today, we're just going to be, just checking in, just seeing how everybody's doing. I haven't really got anything planned for today. I was just going to show you guys some stuff that I did over the holidays and stuff that I recently acquired. But no repair today. I'm not in the repair mindset today. Yeah. Hey, Ed, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Hope you had a great holiday. Yeah. Hope you had a great holiday. Yeah, it's fun. It's great to be back. I was just mentioning that I got a video coming out tomorrow that where we store recorded audio in RAM of the ESP32, and then we do some fun stuff with it. It's just a test tone, so don't get too excited. But I was thinking about this before I came on. It's like, so next video, okay? Right. Okay. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it was just allergies. Yeah. It's that time of year though, right? Everybody's inside more because it's cooled off a bit. So you're just more prone to get sick. For myself, I got my flu shot. So thankfully I haven't gotten sick. Knock on wood. Yeah, it's definitely that time of year. Actually, it's quite, relatively speaking, it's quite warm here today. Yeah, exactly. Ease back into it. But yeah, the video tomorrow, actually, I'm not sure if either of you guys are on a Windows machine, or if you use like a Windows PC or whatever to program your microcontrollers. But if you get a chance to wire up the circuit that I do tomorrow in the video, if you could check and see what happens when you load it onto a Windows machine, that would be greatly appreciated, because I had to do some finagling with Mac OS to get it to do what I wanted to do. I don't want to go too deeply into what's going on in the video, because I'm really excited about it, and I don't want to reveal too much. But yeah, if you could give it a shot, that'd be great. And let me know if there's any issues. Oh my gosh, Christmas is here. Abnorm, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. A late Christmas present. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm glad you can make it. I actually, speaking of Abnorm, I wanted to tell you I have an update about the VIC-20 coming later in a couple weeks. Don't want to get too excited, but I did get the sound working on it. So, yeah, we're going to be messing with that again. I'm really excited. I did a little bit of poking around, literally poking on on the Vic with Basic, and got the sound going. So yeah, that's going to be coming in a live stream in the future. Very excited. I think I know what I was doing incorrectly the last time, but I'm glad, you take a step back. And then you think about, what you're doing, and then you go for it again. And you go, what did I do? What did I do wrong? So it's great that I don't have to look around for like a 6560, at least as far as I can tell. But yeah, I was getting a square wave on my scope, so I'm very pleased. Very pleased. Actually, I wanted to show you guys another little thing that I did on the break. I was tidying up, and I noticed that I had, those little, like the 19-inch rack stuff. So what I did, here, I'm going to show you, get me out of the way here. So I made myself like a little soldering workstation with some old rack stuff, an old rack shelf, and then I got a shelf back here, and there's a power. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a a 19-inch rack power. And then I got my power supply. I got my flow thingy. I got my little tiny oscilloscope. And I've got my soldering iron all in like one little tidy workstation. So, yeah. That was something that I did. I was pretty happy with that. So now I can move this stuff around, you know. And yeah, just move things around. It makes it a lot easier to do videos and stuff. And then with this little practice amp back here, I've decided to keep it as just my straight up bench, speaker, essentially. My bench amplifier, because it's not very loud to begin with. And yeah, I just think it works better like this instead of like a, what do you call it? Like a guitar amp, even as a practice amp, right? Hey, Banana Breakdance. Thanks. Yeah, I'll be able to move it around, exactly. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Yeah, but so I'm pretty happy with that, Can't complain. And then I didn't have time to get it set up, but I did. Abnorm is saying it's a common theme for projects like these. It took me over 10 years to get my stupid old SID machine going. Yeah, right? I mean, sometimes things just take time, right? But I also did, where is it? Oh, I repurposed an old laptop, an old touchscreen laptop that my mother-in-law gave me. And I haven't got it fully up and working yet. Well, I've got all the software loaded on it. But I haven't run it through its paces yet. So maybe I'll do that on a live stream in the future. But I installed this little guy on there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It's a Espotec Labrador. And what it is just a little USB device that comes with software. And you basically get a 2-channel oscilloscope. You get a function generator. You get a power supply, which I believe is 12-volt power supply. You get a spectrum analyzer. And I feel like a logic analyzer, all in this little package. So yeah, so I cleared off the laptop that she gave me. It was a like an Acer Spin or something like that, right? So it's like just like a standard Windows machine, and it was really just took forever to load and all that kind of crap. So I installed like a really bare bones version of Linux, Debian. And yeah, so it boots up to this software and just loads it automatically. So I do have to run it through its paces still, but I've used this in the past on other machines, and it's a little slow, but for my purposes where it's like audio stuff, where I just, I'm not doing a ton of like, I'm not doing a ton of stuff where I need like really tight timing or anything like that, right? So, or like really fast response time or anything like that. So for me, this is fine until I can, go get a proper scope, until I can, put the cash together to go buy like a nice fancy schmancy one or whatever. So that's cool. I've got some other stuff that I got for Christmas that I wanted to share with you guys that has to do with the channel. Well, not the channel, but, electronics. I got this guy. My father-in-law got me this light, which is pretty handy, when you're working on gear, right? It's nice to have a nice bright light, especially when you're taking stuff apart and repairing stuff, right? This one has, you can control both lights, and then it also turns red. So you can do like a red light, do the old red light special. And it's got magnets, so you can attach it to a tripod or whatever. It's got a tripod screw, which is very handy as well, and it's battery powered, and you can power it off USB. So very handy little device to have. Very, very happy to have it. And you know, it's got this cool stand on it, so you can like hang it on shit, whatever. It's pretty cool. I dig it. Then my dad got me one of these, or my mom and dad got me one of these. One of these guys. I think I had one of these before, but nice to have a fresh one. Especially when you live in Canada, like I do, and it's cold outside and you got the heat on. Everything gets a lot more staticky. So it's good to have like a rubber mat like that, right? And speaking of which, I need to get out my grounding thing, my grounding bracelet when I'm working on stuff now, because I'm always shocking people, like in the house, shocking the kids, so with a little static discharge. So I should be doing that too. That'll be something that I need to do. Yeah, it's so cool, right? I mean, they're very handy and they're very bright too. And it's great because like if I'm, I don't know, if I was filming outdoors or something like that, I could bring that easily. And if I needed a little bit of extra light or whatever. Also got this, a new solder sucker. This one's a lot nicer than the one that I have. It's a very nice one. It's just like, feels a lot more solid than the one that I had. Yeah, also very handy to have. Can't have enough solder suckers, right? I do have an electric one, but I don't really use it that often. It's not, I don't know. I'm more of like, I take off the big blobs of solder with the sucker, and then I use solder wick, right? That's usually how I like to do it. Then I got this little guy, this little part picker-upper. Kind of a silly one, but, could be handy, especially when you're working with SMD stuff, right? That could be handy. You should get one, man. They're, can never have enough solder suckers, that's for sure. Especially when you're in the, when you're getting your hands dirty like we are, right? Then I got this, too. This little workman's bib, which is going to be nice. It's a front one. Yeah, yeah. Hey, go gadget, go. So now I can have a bib. I could put my whatever you need to hold, you could put in here. Yeah, that's true. When the screws fall down, yeah, for sure. Very handy to have. But yeah, now I got a bib. So now I can avoid getting stuff on the coveralls, but also it's handy because you get the pockets. Yeah, when you're cooking up, right? I think I could fit like a 45 in here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So that, and then what else did I get? My wife, we buy each other stuff from the thrift store for stockings. We only do stockings. We've been together quite a while, so we can't surprise each other anymore, and we just buy stuff that we want throughout the year anyway. So, so we just go to the thrift store, and she actually found packaged Arduino modules at the thrift store. And so there's 3 of them. Here's a 1-channel latching relay module, bistable switch 12 volts. So that could be handy, if you're doing some 12 volt switching. Says the supply voltage is 12 volts DC. Supply current is 15 to 50 milliamps. Trigger current is 0.5 milliamps. Yeah. Well, she knows that I work with Arduino and stuff. She hears me talk about it all the time. So when she saw these, there's a couple other ones here too. When she saw these, she's like, oh, Dave might want those. And it was like, she said it was like $5 for these. So, you could probably get them cheaper on AliExpress or whatever, but, it was just for fun. But yeah, so I'll maybe be able to use that at some point. So that's pretty cool. Then I got a LM2577 DC-DC step-up boost module. This little guy here. So apparently your input voltage can be 3.5 to 35 volts DC, and your output voltage can be 5 to 55 volts DC, adjustable. Input can handle up to 3 amps, and that's the max input current, and continuous input current is 2 amps. So that seems pretty cool. That seems like it could be a really handy little module to have. Because if you're a musician or anything, right? Like most of the time, what do you have hanging around? You have 5-volt supplies hanging around. You have a 9-volt supply hanging around, 12 sometimes, right? So it's nice to be able to have something that you can hook up and get a little more voltage if you need it, right? So that's pretty sweet. And it's high current too. 2 amps is, you'd be cooking. So that's a cool one. And then this little guy, the package fell open. That's okay. And then we got some little Hall effect sensors, which is pretty nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'll have to think of a really cool idea to do with these. I don't know. I've never, to be honest with you, I know they're an analog sensor, but I really don't know. I know that they respond to magnetism, right? It's like a magnetic field. Yeah, I think it's I can tell you actually, Ed. There's a little description on the back here. I'll tell you. The device includes on-chip Hall voltage generator for magnetic sensing, an amplifier that amplifies the Hall voltage, a Schmitt trigger to provide switching hysteresis for noise rejection, and an output collector output. So you could turn stuff on and off with a magnet, I guess. Right? I don't know. Maybe we could figure out a way to use it. I don't know. Yeah. Seems like it could be good. I don't know. It's just fun to mess around with this stuff, right? It unlocks some ideas. Oh, cool. Nice. Very cool. Nice. So, those are the little things that I got. What else did I... Oh, I've got some mystery boxes here that... These are the kits that I'm going to start building as well on the in a new set of videos. They're the kits. Mystery Kit 1, Mystery Kit 2. And I'm very excited about it. Yeah, if you haven't read the Patreon post that I posted on Monday, I was just mentioning that I want to get into doing some kits, and I want to get into doing some mods and stuff. Basically, over the holidays, I was thinking a lot about the channel, the direction of the channel kind of thing, and, how I see things rolling out moving forward. And, yeah, I'm realizing that I just don't have the time, and mainly don't have the time to, design everything from the ground up, right? So I need to start just building some kits and modifying some stuff that I already have. And I think it's just going to be better for getting this, my studio done, right? Yeah, I just feel like it's just going to be better. And I'll get to be able to start, I'll be able to make music faster then too, right? I used one to make a pocket operator power supply. Cool. That could plug in a bunch of right. Cool. Yeah, nice. That's great. Yeah, I mean, having that amount of current is fantastic, right? And especially like when you start loading things down with devices like that, right? I mean, it's nice to have the adjustable voltage, right? So that's awesome. That's really cool. The Abnorm, I think the last time you were on, you mentioned that you were making a guitar. How did that pan out? Just curious. I've actually got a whiteboard down here now too. I got a whiteboard over the holidays. I don't want to show it because I've got a whole bunch of ideas written down on it. Secret ideas. But one of the things that I have written down on there. Oh, cool. Nice. Great. That's awesome. What did you do anything crazy with the electronics, or just keep it like a straight up, pickup, tone kind of thing? Yep. Classified. Top secret information. But one of the things on the list is the version 2 of the ESP32 sampler. That's a big one. I've been getting, every once in a while, somebody will drop a comment in like one of the videos and they want to build one, or they have a suggestion for, a version 2. So I think a version 2 at some point this year is going to happen. Probably after the S3 1200, after I take a break. I'm samplered out. You know what I mean? At this point, I've made a lot of samplers. Well, not a lot, but you guys know what I mean. It's just a lot of sample videos, sampler-based videos, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some other stuff this year for sure. But yeah, V2. Sorry, just to back up a second. V2 of the ESP32 sampler is definitely something that I see on the horizon for sure. I do have to finish the other 4. I have 4 more that I've populated, right? I still have to upload code to those. I haven't done that yet. I got to get to that. Not yet, but I am going to add a kill button. Okay, yep. Sweet. Maybe wire it different. It's Strat style. Okay, nice. Cool, man. That's awesome. That's great. I would love to make a guitar or even just do a kit. I think that would be awesome. Oh, sweet. Nice. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's great. Banana breakdance. That's awesome. That's really cool. Glad you found the channel. Really happy you found the channel, and good luck with the building the audio recorder. That's definitely something that I've thought about too. Brian, you're reading my mind. You're reading my mind. I agree. I do have an idea for kind of it's more of a dedicated MIDI controller. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I definitely would like to do a MIDI controller of some description, because I have a Arduino Do. Is it Do? Arduino Do? That's just hanging around. And if you are familiar with that particular microcontroller, you'll know that it's got a buttload of I/O on it. A buttload. So, yeah, I really want to mess around with it. And it's probably the best candidate for a MIDI controller, right? Because you can go bananas, just hooking stuff up, right? You could have rotary encoders to your heart's content. Yeah. But yeah, that's a great idea. I would love to be able to replace or at least have something that worked alongside like my BeatStep Pro. Because I don't think I'm going to sell that. It's such a useful piece of kit. You know what I mean? Like, with the clocking, the clock is the clock is really versatile on it. You can spin it out with MIDI, you can do it analog, whatever, and then you have like all the sequencers. Like it's awesome, So yeah, I think I'm yeah, it is really good. It is really good. And it's one of those pieces that is just like, like I've said that I want to sell everything, right? And build it all myself. But it's one of those pieces that it's just like, why would I get rid of this? It works so well. And, it's got it all. Exactly. It's got it all. And, it's got anything you could want. Anything you could want. If you want a sequence like a 808 style, it's got that, it's got everything you need. Yeah. So I think that one will likely stick around, and, Yep, definitely. Well, that's what I was saying. That's the other thing about the do too, right? Is that I think you could literally have enough IO on that thing that you could remake a BeatStep Pro kind of thing, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I think it would be very doable with that little microcontroller. It's a really cool little microcontroller. I've had it forever. I bought it originally because I bought it originally because I wanted to get into I wanted to do like an Arduino based, this was a long time ago, but I wanted to do like an Arduino based DSP kind of thing for synths and stuff. Yes, yeah. The control surface, yeah. I've messed around with it a little bit, not a lot, but yeah, I'll definitely use that for sure. Yeah, it's really, really handy. Excuse me. But yeah. So that's kind of the lay of the land at the moment. Yeah, so the new video comes out tomorrow, which is great, for the S3 1200, and then the video after that is going to be the DAC. We're going to hook up the DAC to get our, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully we'll get our 8 channels in that same video, but it might have to be divided up depending on how much time division multiplexing is going to give me a headache. So yeah, but then I was thinking about this, right? We got the DAC working, right? Or we're going to get the DAC working. And then after that, it's like, we got to hook up the other ESP32 S3, get it talking and triggering sounds, right? On the audio module, on our audio brain of the ESP30 of our sampler, right? And then it's like, you're hooking up faders, you're hooking up buttons, you're hooking up the OLED, the rotary encoder, and then MIDI, and SD card. So there's not like a ton left in terms of just like getting it to a point where everything's hooked up, everything's ready to go, to be like working on the firmware. and getting like the, the workflow or whatever down pat. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, we're moving along really well on that project. Very, very happy with it. And I think I mentioned this before the break, was that I definitely see it becoming more of a unique sampler, kind of just on its own, rather than being compared specifically to the SP 1200. There's just like, the more I think about it, it's like there's a big part of me that says there might be a point down the road where I want a more hi-fi sounding sampler, right? Like something with a higher bit rate, higher sample rate. So, designing this sampler in a way that has maybe a variable sample rate is a way to go, right? And so then I don't have to reinvent the wheel if I need like a more hi-fi kind of sampler. Yeah, exactly. Not a copy, because there's plenty of people out there, and, they've reached out to me, and they're, members of our community who are doing a clone, and I think, the more that I think about it, it's just like the more I want something that's inspired by the SP 1200, not necessarily me trying to reverse engineer it or anything like that. Not to, not to say that won't be part of it, like when we get to the point where we're, looking at 26 kilohertz, 12-bit mode, I wanted to sound as close to the SP 1200 as I possibly can. But there's going to be a little bit on top of that, right? Like where you can maybe go up to 44.1 or 48 kilohertz, 24-bit. So then, like I said, I don't have to build another sampler, right? It's all just kind of in one box, and it's going to be a workstation that's going to work for me and hopefully work for everybody, as like the centerpiece of their studio or whatever, right? Yeah, that's kind of the plan. But I still want to do the faders just like the SP 1200. I still want the mechanical style buttons just like the SP 1200. I'm still going to keep the sample time pretty tight, just like the SP 1200. And I'm going to try to nail the sound down as best I can, but there's going to be a little bit after that too, right? So there's going to be some other stuff to do after that with higher bit rates and stuff, and maybe even something lower, right? Maybe we could have like an 8-bit mode, that could be a possibility too, which would be really neat, And I think the way that we're doing it with 2 microcontrollers is going to really, we're going to thank ourselves down the road, because, it's going to make, it, what I'm searching for the right way to say this. It's going to make like, updates, like being able to update the firmware and, adding sort of capabilities in the future a lot easier with 2 microcontrollers. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, I thought of an idea actually over the holidays that I'll share with you guys, and maybe you guys can tell me if this idea sucks. Right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Sonicware. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally, that's the thing, right? Is like, there's all these different modes that we could design down the road, right? And I think that's really cool. But one of the things that I was thinking You know what would be really awesome is like, what if, I was messing around with the SP404 over the break, just sampling some stuff and trying to make beats as good as Ed makes. And it has like a mode that you can go into where it like generates a waveform, and you can put it on a pad and then you can play it back, right? So I was like, we could do that, so it becomes like a sound design tool on top of a sampler. Every time you show me those Pocket Operator videos, man, I just want to make beats. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought that would be a really cool idea, definitely something that's doable, like you print 2.5 seconds of square wave to this pad, yeah, so, or sine wave or whatever. We could do that. We could definitely 100% do that, right? Or noise, so you can make drum sounds. We could do that. It wouldn't be that hard, I don't think. Same. Not a triangle. But, or a sine wave. There's a joke somewhere in there, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that would be a cool idea. That's just a spitball idea that could be implemented either in version 1 or in a firmware update down the road. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting a sign. It's a sign. So yeah, just something to think about. If you guys think of any stuff like that, feel free to hit me up. Like, I know that we had talked about recreating the filter at the output path of each channel. The 1681 has built-in, has a filter mode on the outputs that I think we might be able to mess around with. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that we could do digitally with the ESP32, especially with 2 ESP32s, and also be able to do stuff, in terms of the analog realm too, right? Because, we have a pretty beefy power supply made for the S3 1200, right? 1.5 amps. So, I mean, we could put like a cool saturation stage in for each channel, maybe an analog saturation, or like Abnorm mentioned a while back about putting in like maybe even some sort of like low voltage, tube kind of thing, maybe on the main output or something like that. I don't know. I'm just, there's lots we could do with what we have. So, yeah. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit, in the words of Notorious B.I.G. I just got that on tape. I got that on cassette. My wife found it, Life After Death, on cassette at the thrift store. $3 per cassette. Couldn't believe it. Per cassette. Oh boy. Per tape. It was one of the best days thrifting in a long time. I think, what else came with that day too? I think it was Rob Bass and Easy Rock, maybe? Something like that. Anyway, I'm rambling. The perks of cassettes. Yes, the perks of cassettes. Yeah. Yeah, got that on tape too. Yeah. Very pleased. My hip hop collection is getting better. It's hard to find hip hop stuff though on tape. It's all super duper priced. I'm a part of like a Canadian cassette community on Facebook, and somebody posted 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Tryin' on cassette for $100. $100. If that person happens to be watching this live stream, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a little bit nuts. That's a bit. Yeah, for $100, for, you know, I'll, yeah, I'll pass. No, thank you. It's too bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the lay of the land. Hope you guys are excited for the new year, as I am. I'm really excited. Got a lot of plans, got a lot of ideas that I want to do. Hopefully we, get the channel to a good spot. Fair. Yeah, awesome. Great to hear. Banana breakdance. Happy you could make it, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, nice to have a new face around. Not that I don't appreciate my OGs, the OGs. But anyway, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna do some stuff, do some more time division multiplexing stuff, and hopefully get a video out soon. Hopefully a follow-up video soon. I really want to try to up the pace a bit on that S3 1200 build, if possible, where possible, where appropriate. Yeah. So fingers crossed. My multiplexing journey will end well today. So anyways, guys, thank you all for coming. Brian, thank you for coming. Edward, Ed, or Edmund, thanks for coming. Abnorm, nice to see you again. And Banana Breakdance, welcome. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it a lot. Anyway, thanks for coming out, guys. And I'll be on next Thursday, probably repairing something. Probably get back to repairing some stuff. That keytar is sitting over here, looking at me, saying, fix me. So maybe we'll bust open the keytar again and see how that goes. Okay? Catch you later, guys. And take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your week.